names. Yo, my nicknames got nicknames. Nitro, nice flow. The sixth man off the bench. The foot soldier in the trench. The Black Santa, all that. First of all, let me tell you the name is Luke Kane. Call me Black College cause I make you feel the pain. This an underground hit for my homies to ride to. Skip to the loo when you're riding through my zoo. Bears and gorillas, even orangutans. The lions and the monkeys all speaking my slang. We all paper chasers with a different disguise on. I spy on green guys, that's why I got mine on. Jackson and Franklin, frankly I don't like what I gotta do to keep Jack from fainting. Nah, I ain't complaining, just venting a little. Turn my headphones up, son, and mic a little. I got the same attitude as Malcolm Little. X marks the spot, now bring it back to the middle of the map. Guess who's back with more beats?
Out of these gates, we've got a better chance of survival if we work together. We stay together, we survive.
Hello folks, slight change to the schedule. It's me tonight, Miguel. Yeah, we wanted to get the presentation show done as we always do on a Monday. So Miguel is indisposed for just family reasons. So he'll be back tomorrow, but we thought it's important to do a call anyway, as we always do. So I'm going to take you through the overview today. I'm also going to take you through the token launch. I've already done that actually earlier on today, so I know it backwards. But guys, just wherever you're joining us from, we're actually on. We're on everywhere, basically. We are on Facebook, twice we're on our page, we're on our group, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on Twitter, and we are also, as well, we're showing this in our Discord group. So if you're in Discord, you don't need to move. Wherever you happen to be, you're in a good place as long as you can see us. That is amazing. So you're all very, very welcome. We won't be doing, on YouTube. Yes, Kiri's on YouTube. How you doing, sir? I'm glad to see you there. Nice to see so many familiar faces. Yeah, good to be back. Good to be back. It'll be good to have Miguel back as well. Guys, we'll not be doing a draw today because our draw master is indisposed, and Miguel, I wouldn't even begin to try and do what that guy does. Absolutely, it does an amazing job, but we'll make up for it. We'll do some super duper draw because obviously we didn't have a Friday call either. Kerry's everywhere. Yeah, how you doing? Okay, so guys, without further ado, I am going to take you through the presentation. We are going to change this just when I get 2 minutes. because there's something about this presentation that isn't right. And I struck upon it the other day when I was I was doing my show, and I kind of just thought about this. It needs to be slightly simpler. And I think some of the wording, we're going to change it a bit. So hopefully you can see my screen. I'm just checking you can see my screen actually as I speak. Bear with me a second. Dun, 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 dun. I normally do this from the slides in that the StreamYard uses, but the slides are, you can actually upload them to StreamYard, but it comes up very small on the screen, so it's absolute disaster for me. Try and read it. I'm getting old. My eyes are getting older, unfortunately, and I can't see too well. Okay, so I'm just checking. Bear with me 1 second, guys, and we'll get into this right now. Yeah, I can see you can see me. That's fantastic. Okay, so GmetaOne, a design for digital life. This is the slide, guys, I want to change. And I want to change it because some of the words that are used here, I did unfortunately take a lot of it from definitions on that I found on the internet. I'm going to rewrite this. This is actually one of the most important slides in this presentation. This is one of the most important, and it needs to be simpler. It needs to be very, very basic, because this is the most crucial part for people who don't understand Web 3.0 or understand the metaverse. They need to know what Web 1.0 was and 2.0. And I think myself and Miguel agreed now that some of the terminology here, it even goes above our heads. So this slide will be changing. We'll be changing a few other bits of it as well. We're also going to get it translated into Spanish, into Portuguese, maybe into Polish, just to help people out. Okay, so what is Web 3.0? Well, it's very important to understand what Web 1.0 was and 2.0 was before we get to where we were. Now, Web 1.0, let's take all this stuff out of the way, okay? Read-only web, in other words, the early web allowed us to search for information and read it. There was very little in the way of user interaction or content generation. Put simply, guys, Web 1.0 was when they launched the birth of the World Wide Web. And people they just knew that they're going to have to be on the internet. You know, we had things like search engines in those days weren't Google. You didn't Google anything. You went to Lycos, you went to Alta Vista. If anybody can remember all this stuff, you're probably nearly as old as me. But guys, it's just incredible how it's all come to where we are now. But if you look at this, essentially people just needed an online presence. That's what they wanted. There was no content sharing, no real interaction. And it's what most people wanted. They wanted a website to make their information available on the World Wide Web. And that took a long time for people to cotton on to that, as those of you who remember will know. But along then came Web 2.0. Now, this really needs simplification. So forget all that junk that's on this page, guys. 1999, along came things like social media, along came Google, along came a lot of the other platforms that we know now, blogging, sharing content, being able to interact with people as well. People were now able to publish articles and comments. It became possible to create user accounts on different sites. So in other words, I could share content from Twitter onto Facebook, onto YouTube, whatever. But it was social media. And again, Web 2.0, also you had things like WordPress as well as social media sites. And crucially as well, the advent of the mobile phone, the smartphone. You know, we started out with BlackBerry devices, then we moved on to iPhone, then we moved on to like Samsung Galaxy, etc. And now more people obviously access the web through a phone than do on a laptop or anything like that. So that's really what Web 2.0 was. Now, fast forward to Web 3.0. We're going to simplify this, but basically, the metaverse isn't Web 3.0. The metaverse is part of 3.0. It also includes things like augmented reality, virtual reality, DeFi, decentralized finance. That's what Web 3.0 is. Furthermore, users and machines will be able to interact with data. But for this to happen, programs need to understand information conceptually and contextually. With this in mind, the two cornerstones of the web are semantic web and artificial intelligence. So it's in its infancy, and the good news for you is you're here at that point, because people still don't even fully understand it. A lot of people, I did my news article today, and there was an article there that said because people will wear virtual reality headsets, they'll get motion sickness and that'll kill the metaverse. The article was the most poorly constructed and conceptualized article I've ever seen, because it was saying the virtual reality and the metaverse were one and the same, which is total nonsense. Total nonsense. You cannot have mass adoption if it requires the use of a $300 headset. How could that work? There's Americans can't afford that, let alone people in other countries. So that's not going to happen. But it's the stupidest article I've ever read. Okay. So what is the metaverse really? In the broadest terms, it's understood as a rich virtual space with some degree of realism where people can work, play, shop, socialize in order to, in short, do the things humans like to do in real life, or perhaps more to the point, on the internet. Metaverse proponents often focus on the concept of presence as a defining factor, feeling like you're really there and feeling like other people are there with you too. If you're new to GMeta, I really urge you to join us on Fridays, because we all jump in to Crypto Voxel's universe and we interact with each other and we have fun. And it's really good. It's dead cool. And I didn't understand it until I actually did it. And I'm like, wow, this is fun. And we do this, guys. This is the future. This is what's going to happen down the line. But the actual metaverse, the concept of the metaverse that people have doesn't actually exist. Because here's why. Current platforms are centralized and they exist as walled gardens, like private gardens. You can only access one at a time. And until somebody can virtually walk out of one game into another, it'll be challenging to say that the metaverse has truly arrived. I think we're talking a minimum of a decade before anything resembling the finished article comes into existence. And then from then on, it'll start to organically grow as people start to get to grips with what it can do. We are far from the idea that these metaverse-like experiences will be interoperable, as not all of these experiences are built on the same technology or have the intention of interoperability with continuity. They're only catching on to this right now. They've formed committees now to make sure that they're starting to work together. Games platforms demonstrate the global appetite for virtual worlds. It will only truly become the real metaverse when we can all walk into our screens and move between platforms and with the same avatar, without having to change, without having to log out, log in, all that stuff that's going to get in the way of this. Introducing GmetaOne. GmetaOne is a hybrid metaverse ecosystem with interconnecting metaverse business development, networking, real estate, and education objectives. The GmetaOne project is also an effective bridge, bridging our world with other hybrid metaverses, representing an expanding network of three-dimensional Web3 worlds, with equally expanding value in the form of increased accessibility to additional metaverse communities in our future network. A significant part of our mission is founded upon education in everything. That's not just educating people about the metaverse, it's teaching them the practical things, how to make avatars, how to build buildings, how to create NFTs. We're doing that. I take no part of that because Sylvie and Miguel are doing that almost single-handedly, with another pillar rooted in networking and business development, founded upon a metaverse environment designed with the technological capability to allow individuals to build, buy, sell, and rent metaverse real estate. We're bridging together education and development while creating a fulfilling metaverse experience environment for developers, metaverse real estate brokers, NFT creators, virtual event hosts, e-commerce merchants, and business-to-business offerings, newcomers to the metaverse as well. So why are we different? Well, we want to be a bridge between the GmetaOne world and other metaverses. We have unique offerings with our GmetaOne NFT proposition, other utilities in our ecosystem like the GmetaV Academy, educational portal, and the business and advertising marketplace, and all those services we've added. If you see in our back office, we're going to look at that shortly, but if you see in our site, you'll see all the services we have added. But the bridges we create between metaverses as well as contractors to clients truly distinguishes us from any other cryptocurrency project. In addition, our token will be launched on the Binance Smart Chain, not something like Ethereum, which is faster, more flexible, and cheaper for our users. We'll be offering a bridging solution if people want to use Ethereum and Polygon. Our pre-sale bonuses offer 100% and 50% for sharing and bringing others to the platform. You can accumulate millions, if not billions, of GMeta tokens in our pre-sale. In pre-sale, we offer NFT incentives as well, VR headsets, and even $100,000 vehicles. 3 of them we're giving away. Now, building bridges. Here is some of the progress we've made already. GmetaOne's already established premises in other metaverse projects and will continue to do so as part of our ongoing mission to become a bridge connecting multiple digital universes. Some of our locations include voxels, the Gmeta Arena, which has hosted live streaming events such as Miami NFT Week, South by Southwest, an exclusive event with Wiz Khalifa. More recently, we had Global Gathering. People, world-class speakers, training people, giving their time for free. Unbelievable. We also have apartments for rent and several other premises. And they're not just apartments. This needs updated again. We've got a whole shopping mall in GMeta Heights. It's unbelievable what Sylvie, Holden, and Stash have done in that place. It's unbelievable. We have our 4-story headquarters established in Decentraland. We also have a arena. It's a very different GMeta arena in Somnium space, and we also have a world. We've acquired a whole planet in Somnium space for future use. Could end up being a holiday resort where people can go on trips. We don't know what we're doing with it yet. But in the beginning, Second Life was launched in 2003. This is the history. This is the building blocks on what this whole concept was built. It was launched 19 years ago. It was a pioneer for what we now know as the metaverse. Users can purchase avatars, wearables, property, vehicles using its own internal currency, Linden dollars, which are only available for purchase on the platform. Linden dollars are not externally tradable and not a cryptocurrency. And that's a great shame, I think. By 2013, in spite of having over 64 million registered users, they only had 1 million active users, and it hasn't really gone up. Second Life, however, remains as the trailblazer for all current metaverse projects. Talking of projects in the metaverse, we've got 3 here. Now, they share something in common with us. Not a lot, but they share a bit. They're all digital universe projects. Sandbox, Decentraland, Somnium Space. They're ahead of us in time. They're ahead of us in complexity. Of course they are. They've all launched and their tokens. But Sandbox, have a look at the trends that are on this page. Sandbox opened last autumn. It's not even a year old. The average land price at launch was $100. The average land price earlier this year was $15,000. The token, SAND, the price at launch was 8 cents. The all-time high was $8.40, like 2 months after it opened. Frightening, unbelievable. Decentraland, February 2020. Average price of land, $20. Average land price this year, $12,000. Astronomical growth. The all-time high for their token, well, at launch it came in at 2 cents. The all-time high was achieved again last autumn or fall, as you call it in the States, $5.85. Incredible. And there's a pattern here. That's the second one. Here's number 3. Namespace opened 2018. Now they based their land prices on Second Life's actually, and their land price was about $500. It was called the high side at launch. Now the average is about $10,000. Their token is called Cube. Price at launch 2 cents. All-time high last autumn, $28.12. Imagine you had 10,000 of those at the time. Oh my God, doesn't bear thinking about. Okay, now our token. GMO is the power to the GmetaOne ecosystem. So whatever you want to do in our metaverse, ours is going to have more use case than any of the 3 currencies attached to metaverse projects that you've just seen on that previous slide. Look what they did. Ours is going to have more liquidity than any of those 3 on that previous slide. Look what they did. Where do you think this is going, guys? Where do you think this is going? Everything from paying to educational courses, to buying land, to buying NFTs, to playing games, to doing anything. Buying a t-shirt. You're going to need GMeta tokens. Use case, undeniable, 100%. Now we're going to raise $5 million via our token pre-sale. We've got 5,000 holders already. We've got 15,000 subscribers. Now in that pre-sale, we're selling 20% of the total supply of 1 trillion. It equates to $5 million. Now we're going to take half of that $5 million and we're going to put it into locked liquidity. There's the liquidity I've just mentioned. It's unheard of for a DeFi token to launch at 2.5 million locked liquidity. And locked liquidity means nobody can touch it. The development team can't touch it. Nobody can do a rug pull. It makes it very safe, secure, and extremely attractive to people who want to invest in it. What does that do to the price? I'm sure you know the answer to that. The price at launch when it goes on sale will be 0.000025. So if you bought $1,000 worth today, you get 43 million tokens. If our token doesn't do anything, it just sits there and nobody buys it, nobody sells it, you'd still have more than when you started with at 1,075. It'll be already in profit. But with this liquidity, this use case, and our amazing community and our amazing products, we're not here for that kind of a turn, guys. We know why we're here. Now in the press, look at these articles that have been dropping this year. All of these. Now some of these aren't even crypto publications. Investing.com, Last Minute Crypto, Cointelegraph, Bitcoiners, Coinpedia, and different languages all over the world. We're making waves already. South by Southwest featuring Last Minute Crypto. Now, who's involved? Why are people getting involved in it? Well, who's getting involved first of all? We just put, there's today, for example, we added some names to this. I could just keep on adding names to this. But celebrities: Snoop Dogg, Paris Hilton, Lady Gaga, Madonna, Shawn Mendes, Grant Cardone, Rihanna. I mean, we had Christina Aguilera. She's just got filed for patents for NFTs. So she's jumping in too. It changes every single day. Fashion brands, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Burberry, Givenchy, Zara, Tommy Hilfiger, Ralph Lauren, Prada. It just goes on. Food and drink, that changed. Starbucks, we can add to that list now. I kind of couldn't keep adding to this list because this list would end up taking up the whole presentation. But look at the names. Look at the names. Jack Daniels, they threw their hat in the ring this week. They're not on there. Sports brands, Nike, Adidas, New Balance, Under Armour, Puma, Reebok, Asics, JP Morgan, Boo Hiss, Citibank, HSBC, American Express, Morgan Stanley. These are serious financial institutions. MasterCard, ugh, biggest card provider on planet Earth, no less. Technology companies, and we all know Meta's not on that list. I don't like Meta, so I don't like what they're doing. I don't like Mark Zuckerberg's vision, warped vision of the metaverse, where he's just trying to line his pockets by selling loads of his headsets. That's not what it's all about, and he's being found out. So why are they getting involved? The metaverse economy could be, you've seen this on a video already tonight, the metaverse economy could be an 8 to 13 trillion total addressable market by 2030. And that came from a bank. Didn't come from Andy, didn't come from Miguel, Sylvie, Holden, Richmond. Citibank, a boring conservative bank, said this. The benefits of having a metaverse presence for any business are numerous. It permits businesses to reach a global audience without geographical limitations, allows businesses to interact with their customers in a more personal way, a more social and engaging experience for customers, which can lead to more sales and long-term loyalty. That's what Starbucks are doing. They're using NFTs in their loyalty scheme. Virtual premises in our metaverse. If you and everything in it will be NFTs. You can stake to earn a passive income. You know, there's people setting up offices now after the pandemic. Think about it. A lot of people were furloughed. A lot of people were unable to go to work, but productivity for those companies didn't go down. So these people are going, do we need a premises? Would that be better? And a lot of them are now moving to virtual office situation and not using Zoom because the metaverse and virtual reality and Web3 tech gives them much more flexibility and capability than jumping on a Zoom call with people. And think about this. Imagine you own a business and you want to have a premises, but you can actually earn from the tables and the chairs in your premises by staking them. Amazing. Businesses can also use virtual worlds to train employees, replicating real-world experiences to let their team practice in advance. Businesses can test out new products and services without having to invest in physical infrastructure or risk negative publicity. And anything you can do in the real world property, you can do it in the metaverse. In fact, more. As a landlord, you can choose to let out the experience of working on the land with other people. Shopping malls and event centers allow creators to showcase their content collection, giving a brand new commercial letting opportunity. We're doing that already. As I've said, we're doing it in GmetaOne Heights. Metaverse projects with staking pools allow you to purchase land, stake it as an NFT, giving the owner a passive income stream. Once a metaverse project achieves a certain level of popularity, as in the real world, this creates desirable areas and prices react dramatically. Two massive extremes. Bored Ape Yacht Club, you're talking 6 figures. Just incredible. Now, our services, here's a list of some of our services. GmetaOne, NFT land, utility buildings for GmetaOne Verse, NFT road names, venue rentals, NFT monuments, venue rentals in other digital world parcels. We're doing that. NFT wearables, building contracting services, billboard purchase, billboard rentals, billboards in other digital universes, digital universe activations, universe or metaverse education, virtual companies, formations. Wow. University level education advertising services, and a lot more on the way. So guys, imagine a world free from the traditional barriers to entry, a platform where you can promote your brand globally, a currency with huge liquidity and infinite usage, and a world where anyone can participate and stake their claim. That is GmetaOne, folks. That is GmetaOne. So yes, I got a bit passionate there, but yeah, I'm very, very, very passionate about this product, guys. I mean, it's it's just amazing. I'm just so blessed that these guys came to me last year and asked me to do some videos for them, and then it led to this, and it's led to, oh, what have I got? What have I done with it? Oh, I've got here. Yeah, going to this conference in Belfast, so I needed some business cards. There you go. So it just arrived. Little QR code, just, and that goes to my Linktree page, which is all my social media bits and pieces on it. So I'll be taking those to Belfast. I'm going to give one to every single person who's going to be there. That's on October the 6th, so it's a couple of weeks away for the DeFi conference 2022 in my hometown of Belfast. So I'll hopefully, I don't know whether it's going to be, I doubt there's going to be much opportunity to stream from it or do interviews because it's a one-day conference. That's the only problem. But I'll be making a noise. I've got a T-shirt on the way as well, so I'll be making a complete pain in the ass of myself over there. Okay, guys, now let's get stuck into our token. Our token is very important. You know, as the song says that we're going to hear on the video, money makes the world go round, and GmetaOne will make our digital universe go round. That's what it's all based on. That's why we're doing this pre-sale. That's why we're in a better position in those three projects, which went stellar. They're ahead of us, but there's nothing there that should say that we couldn't do exactly what they have done and more. Nothing. We're in a better position than probably when they started. They probably had a bigger budget, to be fair, and more staff, but nothing else. They didn't have the liquidity, and they won't have the use case because, you know, I don't need their token to buy property in Sandbox. I can do that on, you know, open space. So it's not quite the same as the liquidity we're going to have. Okay, here is our beautiful website. I'm going to take you through the token launch. I'll do it quite quickly because I have done it already today. But I did say during that presentation, let's have a look at some of the services. First of all, if you want some information, if you're new here, go to gmeta.one, or better still, get back to the person who invited you onto this call and get their link. Get their link, okay? You'll see why shortly. But we've got the white paper roadmap. The white paper, guys, please take time to read it. It's 105 pages long. It's a substantial document created for us by a world-class marketing company who put an awful lot of effort and grilled us for information before they did it. Now, also, if I click shop, this is where you see, this isn't just a token launch, guys. We've got a full service company here, a full service group of people delivering all sorts of different services for people to join, to jump into the metaverse, to get their business into the metaverse. If I look at property, if I click property, there's apartment rentals, GmetaOne Arena sponsors booths. We're going to be doing another event with Annalea Brown. We're just waiting for her to confirm the date. Apartment rentals, and you know, that's an apartment. That bar, that cave bar, is an apartment, but it's been done up by Sylvie and completely transformed. And we've done the same with some others that turn them into retail outlets. Whatever you want it to be, it can be it, and we'll deliver the service to you. Let's have a look at some others. I'll click general. There's educational products, and these educational products, you can use the pre-alpha token to purchase them, and they're NFTs, and you can resell them. Feel free, sell them to somebody else. We've got all sorts of different pieces, bits and pieces. So we're not just asking people to join, buy a token, and then you're on your own. That's not the way we work. If you've been on any of our calls, and if you haven't, please start getting on the calls. Particularly, Miguel does so much by way of education. Sylvie's done complete training sessions. We've got Janet does a call on Saturday. Jeanette does an amazing call in Twitter Spaces, and teaching people about stuff she's learned. She's just giving away free information that she's learned from a lifetime career in marketing for free. Where do you get it? Okay, so let's look at pre-sale. So if you want to get involved, get back to the person who invited you to join this call today, or who invited you to watch it. Get their link and sign up. Now, in signing up, you're going to be asked for BNB Smart Chain wallet address. Why is that? I hear you ask. Well, that's where our token is based. It's on the BNB Smart Chain, as we mentioned during the call. It's cheap, it's quick. So that's where your tokens will be stored. But you need to give us a MetaMask or a Trust wallet. That's it. Those are two options. There isn't a third. MetaMask or Trust wallet. Keep it simple. Don't be doing anything silly. MetaMask or Trust wallet's what you need. If you're brand new, Trust wallet's probably the easier one to use, and it's available on phone. MetaMask is the other alternative, and it has the advantage you can use it on a phone or on a computer. So those two, give us the BNB Smart Chain wallet address from one of those. And also you need to give us your name, create a username and an email address, and you're good to go. Once you give us that, you're able to make a purchase. I would advise you to do that immediately, to be honest. I'll tell you why in a second. Now you can purchase from as little as $5 up to $100,000. Don't be using money you need to pay your bills or put food on the table, please, guys. This is a medium to long-term project, so please don't be silly. This is money that you can do without for a while. Okay, but whatever sum of money you're comfortable with, say $500. You can choose any one of 8 different cryptocurrencies to make that transaction. Click that you fully understand what's going on and click purchase now. So I'm going to buy $500 worth of GMeta tokens. System's now calculating how many TRX, my chosen currency, I need to send. So it's just under 8,500 TRX. There's a wallet address, there's a QR code to send it to. Please do yourself a massive favor. If you take nothing else away from this call, please remember the amount you send needs to be more than or the same as the amount you're being asked for after your wallet provider takes the fee out of it. Some of them take the fee out of the amount you say you're sending. So if I said I was sending 8,500 Tron TRX, they might take 100 of that, and therefore the guys at the other end will only get 8,400. So what you need to do, make sure that once the fee is taken, the amount left over is enough to complete your transaction. Simple as that. In this case, for example, it's asking for 8,497. I'd probably send 8,600 in that case. Okay, just to be on the safe side. Okay, so once you do that and make your purchase, your tokens are going to show up down the bottom left and in that wallet address that you gave us. There's a simple way to import the token. Once you do that, hey presto, your tokens will be sat there. Okay. Now, as well as that, I said you might want to make a purchase as quickly as possible because you've got this. That username you gave us when you joined up, that went to form a link. Now, that link is completely useless until you make a purchase of at least $5. So for $5, you can get this link live. This link's gold dust. This link gives you 100% bonus match from your level 1 referrals. So imagine I'd given my link. Imagine I'd come in here with $5 and got my link live, and I found Miguel. I said, Miguel, have a look at this. And I give Miguel my link. Miguel goes, oh, I like to look at that. I'm going to put $20,000 in there using my link. And it cost me a $5. Guys, I would earn $20,000 worth of GMeta tokens as well if Miguel did that. And then if Miguel gave his link to Sylvie, his beautiful wife, and she bought $10,000 worth of GMeta tokens, Miguel will get $10,000 worth of GMeta tokens. I get 5,000 because Sylvie is level 2 to me, and I'd actually get 50% of that as well. Imagine, and I'd come in with $5. Imagine I did that. I'd have millions of GMeta tokens. Imagine I find 20 Miguels or 30. Incredible. Guys, this is your opportunity, but only in pre-sale. Only in pre-sale. Once the pre-sale's done, doors shut, you can't earn any more free. Guess what? Cherry on the top. We're giving away prizes as well. We're giving away 200 GMeta NFTs. We're giving away 25 Oculus Quest 2 headsets, 5 per round. How do you get involved with that? So not only are we giving you away free GMeta tokens, millions of them, we're giving you a chance to win these. We've got 4 competitions: top 10 recruiters, team builders, team contributors, and investors. Now, if you fall into the top 10 at the end of this round, or any round for that matter, you're going to win yourself one of those NFTs. And you can hold that and sell it down the line for a profit, or wait till our staking pool opens and stake it for passive income. Not only that, we take each of these top 10s, take the 10 names, put them into a draw, pull out a winner, and that person will receive one of those $300 headsets, virtual reality headsets. So that's 4, and then we take all 40 names and put them into one final draw for a 5th Quest 2 headset. And at the end of that round, we wipe the slate clean and we start all over again. Now you could end up, as you possibly worked out, in 1, 2, 3, or even 4 of these top 10s if you really put your mind to it. So you could end up with 4 NFTs and 5 opportunities to win the headsets. Now, so finally, we've got an incentive, and it's an incentive for the first 300 people who see fit to put in $10,000 or more. As you can see, we've had some people put in considerably more than that. Now, if you're one of those people, or if you know one of those people, well, here's the incentive. I'm not going to actually tell you, I'm going to show you a little video with a very catchy tune, and this will tell you the sort of perks you can gain from being a VIP Platinum member. Have a look at this.
Say make money, money, make money, money, money.
Make money, money, make money, money, money. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Fat pockets. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Survival of the fittest, you can sink or swim. I've been broke, I ain't never going back again. I need some C notes, some cheddar, and a stack of ends. I need a bowl of dough, I don't need no Facebook friends. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sound. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. I need that Skrilla on the Rilla. You got a $5 bill, put your hands up. You got a $10 bill, put your hands up. You got a $20 bill, put your hands up. You got a $50 bill, put your hands up. Holla, holla. Money makes the world go round. I'm the talk around town. Remy gave me the sign. I need that Skrilla on.
Yeah. So anybody else out there needs a Skrilla on the Rilla, please let me know, because we wanna push this pre-sale and we want to fill our fat pockets, guys. This is the opportunity. This is where you need to be. Thank you so much for joining me. I've got to say thanks to Miguel, for let me jump in just to deliver this. And it's been a pleasure trying to fill his very large shoes tonight. So, guys, yeah, I promise you we'll be doing a bumper draw. How can you get this song? You can get this song. I'll tell you what I'll do. You can actually get it off YouTube, Ian. It's a bit naughty, but Night Owl's not actually a signed artist, but obviously does a copyright on these. But it's the story behind how me and Night Owl managed to kind of meet. I use video production software, and with that comes stock music. And I heard this song and I went, my God, what's that? And I used it for that video. And then I looked them up. I had to Googled all over the place and found out the artist's name, because it didn't have the artist's name on the piece of music. And I went on to a site called Storyblocks. You can get it as well. He's on, if you look up Night Owl, NITEOWL, Night Owl, hiphop.com, nightowlhiphop.com. He's also on Spotify. You can go to Spotify there as well if you've got a Spotify account. You can get him on YouTube, all the usual channels. But it was just through backtracking that I found his name out. So then I found his Facebook, and I had a chat with him and told him that he had a big fan base that he never even knew he had. So he was quite delighted. And then we obviously used a couple more of his tracks since that. I've got another one. Actually, there's another two I'm going to be using for the next few videos. So that is the story behind that. It was kind of a very strange way. But fate, we love the guy. He's brilliant. We were supposed to, unfortunately, go live on Saturday. Unfortunately, didn't. Miguel had all that set up, but unfortunately didn't stream it live. I don't know whether it was copyright issues or not. He did a gig on Saturday. But okay, guys. Thank you all very, very much for listening today. We will be changing those slides. We will be making a few tweaks to it. So it's just, I personally think that Web 1, 2, 3 is the most important slide on that, because that's the bit that people don't understand. They don't know what Web 3 is, and especially don't know what Web 1.0 or 2.0 is. If they don't know what that is, they're never going to know what Web 3 was. I didn't know what Web 3 was before I joined this. So it's just breaking that down. I think that's where you need to have a conversation. People say, explain the metaverse to me, you need to start by talking about something they do understand. And then you can work towards, teaching them about, visualizing the metaverse, and not some lunatic walking around with a VR headset on. It's not about that at all. It helps. You can use that. Of course you can. But you don't need it. 2 web pages, MySpace. Oh my God. Yeah, that's a very different platform these days. But yeah, I remember MySpace. That guy who was everybody's friend, there was a guy, he's retired now, he's worth millions on MySpace. Okay, guys, there you go. That's enough today. Thank you so much. Thanks for listening and putting up with me. We'll have the maestro back tomorrow, we hope. And, just thoughts going out to him. He's having a slightly difficult time at the minute. But he'll be back fighting fit tomorrow. Okay, guys, thanks so much for listening. It's been my pleasure to talk to you tonight. Take care. See you later.